Hey music fans! As a roadie, I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road, and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios, and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie, and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star. So, here's a whole bunch of versions here of this track by Nightwish. I kind of did this different than normal. Lately, what I've been doing is pulling them up in sequence of when they played and going that route. Now, the first one I reacted to was actually various versions of the track, so I started off already not doing it in a sequential order. So on this one, I kept it going. I think I listened to the audio track third. So I'm going to put it in the order I listened to them to, and I don't know how much it matters, but it is interesting in that how you're first exposed to a track can change the way you feel about the whole track sometimes. So switch things up a little. Anyway, good track. I hope you guys enjoy all of them. And by the end, you'll get to know this track very, very well. Thanks, guys. I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. This was suggested by actually one of my guests I was going to bring on. It's a Nightwish track that I've never heard, so I thought that would be exciting to jump into. I've been informed it's an instrumental. This is from Showtime Storytime. It's a track called Last of the Wilds. So I'm going to jump into it with you guys. I'm sure I'll like it. I'm going to miss the singer, though, man. I don't know. Let's see if these guys can make this happen without an awesome front woman. Let's give it a go. boy's song right there, isn't it, man? The flutes are amazing in that, and he's busting everything he's got out. I wonder in the writing process where it's like, this is just going to be a jamming song and we're not going to do a vocal track. I wonder where the decision's made, at what part in the songwriting process is it just like, don't need a vocal on this or don't want a vocal on this. So that was, I thought, a lot of it. I personally like to react or watch or listen to individual performances. I love the subtleties, the differences. If you guys watch my channel, you've probably picked up on that by now. So this being a mix of everything, I just would have liked to seen different things. The violin guy, for example, I'd love to hear that performance, to listen to the violin accompanying something I've heard before. It's a nice little added element. It's really, really cool. So, such good drums. He's so talented, man. It's also just a pleasure to watch him play. His playing style is so cool to see. So, I did love the track. I do really like Nightwish. Sort of surprised I'd never heard it, but I know there's a big catalog and it excites me that I got a lot more to listen to. So, totally cool track. I appreciate the suggestion. Thank you for it. And I do look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. I did a reaction to this track, Last of the Wilds. It was a recommendation. I like the track, of course, because it's Nightwish. But I decided to jump into one of these things and start doing as many tracks as I could find of the performance. And so I figured we'll start here together with the audio. So let's give this a go and let's see or hear what the audio version, this kick-ass track, sounds like. Let's do it. So I'm very focused here because I thought that I was listening to that sound throughout the track. I thought it was a triangle, but I'm thinking maybe it's bells. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys know. Cool. Such a fun track just to listen to and just groove. I love that one sound. I don't know, it's like wind chimes, but there was a guitar going on there too. So I'm intrigued. I love the violin in the beginning of the track, but the guitar around the 4-minute mark came in with some really cool stuff, dude, just layering it and messing around. I could tell they had a lot of fun when they wrote this track, but it's nice just to focus on the straight audio and then focus on the performances later. So speaking of which, let's jump into some performances, but really cool track. It's a good one. So it kind of just brings everything down a notch with a little bit of excitement flares here and there. So cool stuff. Let Nightwish play with your heartstrings. I don't know. Good. Anyway, guys, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you. Okay, so next up is Last of the Wilds. This is a live performance. It's at Montreux Jazz Festival in 2012. We'll see how this bunch of fellas do without a female singer. They're pretty good. They're pretty good even without the lady in front. So let's see what these guys got, and let's hope that this performance is awesome. Let's give it a go. totally Troy's moment to shine here. Really enjoyed that. What is he playing? What instrument? Is it an electronic flute? I honestly, I thought it was a bagpipe in the beginning because I've seen him play the bagpipe before, but I don't believe it is. So I'm kind of intrigued. I'm wondering what it is. Anyway, if you guys can let me know, that'd be cool. I just think it's a really great. I like this longer performance here than the one that I had listened to earlier, where they kind of just put stuff together. This is easier for me to sink my teeth into and kind of just get into the groove and feel out the track. But very cool stuff. I really liked it. I liked it. It kind of in my brain gives Troy this area just to kind of to do his thing, you know, to rock out. So I really like that. That was good stuff. Let's jump into the next one together and let's see what we got. The next one is the one you guys all told me was the best one. It's from 2013, and you guys know the show already probably. Let's jump into that. I'll see you on that one. Thank you guys. Okay, here we go. This is the performance you guys all told me was the best of the best. It is the Wacken performance from 2013. Often comes up as the best of the best. That performance was amazing. I know some of you guys were there. I hope you guys hold those moments cherished in your lives because that was an awesome show. Let's jump into this though and let's check it out. I never have. So what's cool about this show is they must have played so many songs because I'm always reacting to Wacken 2013. So anyway, let's see what we got. Let's dissect this track. How much fun is that track? It was funny at the end. It's like, who gets the last note? You know, the drummer. I'm not going to let it die. And then the guitar player, no. So it was cool. A couple things I noticed. So in the audio track, I feel like the strings came before that bagpipe flute thing that he plays. And so here they switched it up a bit. I think. I got to go back and listen, but I think. Instrument's still interesting to me. I think it's a bagpipe, electric bagpipe. I don't know what it is, but such a cool instrument. It'd be neat. I think he's playing the strings on the keys, but I'd love to see some string players up on the stage with those guys. That'd be awesome. Crazy flute stuff going on. This is Troy's track here, I think, but also the drums sounded so good this night, and he hits those drums so hard. It just sounded awesome. So, did you see there in the audio version, I mentioned that I thought maybe wind chimes, and he did. He went across, so there was some wind chimes going on. But it's just a big thing. Now, you guys had mentioned, I saw in the comments when I did the first video of this, which was a story time one, where they had taken a few performances and stuck it together. And I did see a violin player in that, so I'm hoping it comes up here and I can figure out what performance that was from. But you guys had said to me that this was done during a wardrobe change for Floor. And that makes sense to me. And so that's always kind of a neat time, actually. Sometimes when people go to the loo or they'll go grab a beer, but it's actually a good time just to hang and watch and just kind of settle things to get the next big track. So I remember with like Stone Temple Pilots in Denver, Colorado, here in the United States, the altitude's high. It's a tough place to play. It's a tough gig because you're performing and you're at high altitude. And so Scott would go backstage a bit and huff off of the oxygen tank, which I think a lot of performers do. And during that time, the band would jam. So a lot of times they'd play Led Zeppelin, which was killer. I'm kind of wondering, and it makes me think, do they always perform this Last of the Wilds track, or do these guys also cover some other band on occasion when they're just trying to make up for time? Some of those moments are some of my personal favorite from touring, because those are the switch-ups on a nightly basis that are cool. So anyway, this performance was awesome. I really did enjoy it. And I'm probably going to go back and listen to that audio version again right now to see how the intro was. Anyway, guys, thank you. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. This is a really early performance of the track Last of the Wilds by Nightwish. It's in London, and it's from 2008. Most of the ones I'm going to find here are 2012, 2013, and so I figured we'd jump into this. This is fan shot, but whoever shot it seemed to have a pretty good place in the audience, so hopefully it's good. If the sound quality is not so awesome, we'll just focus on the performance, but let's see what we got. Let's give it a go. before we get into this little breakout section. This is interesting to me, and why I'm so attentive is as I listen to the differences. But here, Marco is louder in the mix than any performance I've heard ever of Nightwish. And so I'm focusing on his bass playing because I haven't been able to focus as much as I'm able to right here. It's really loud in the mix. So if you guys are interested in doing so, focus on that bass, and you'll really start to understand a little bit better of Marco's playing style. And to me, I'm a fan. This to me is very interesting. That was cool. I like the salutations to Troy. He's truly a brilliant musician. So that was neat. Just for that one moment, it's worth watching the video no matter what. I liked that a lot. It is funny as I stopped the video and I said, listen to Marco. What you heard louder was the guitar after that, I thought. But hopefully you guys can focus on the bass playing as well. The lighting designer, I'm wondering if it was a different person here. They were a lot more, I'm going to say erratic. That doesn't sound very friendly, but the lights were a lot more this than I had noticed in the other performances. So I'm wondering if the same person. Now it's a smaller venue, obviously, than Wacken, so maybe you program the desk a little bit different. But or actually, I don't think that was even programming. I think that's somebody who was just doing it on the moment. But nonetheless, I did notice that as well. So it was kind of fun, right, to be up close and personal with the band. If I had that seat, I don't know if I'd be shooting with my phone. I might have a beer in my hand, but other than that, I don't think I'd have anything in my hand. We've talked about that before. People like shooting shows. It's great. But I like to enjoy the moment personally. So anyway, cool moment, very good show. I really liked the end bit where they're all hugging and they were stoked. I thought that was awesome. Let's jump into the next version. Let's see what else we can find. See you on that one. So I did see somebody put this in the comments that I should really check out a track of this with lyrics. There is lyrics that exist, so we're going to jump into this. I haven't heard it yet with lyrics. We'll see if the lyrics make the song any better. I don't know if it's gonna, man. I kind of like this. It's just a grooving track with the fellas just having fun, but We'll give it a try together and we'll see if these lyrics enhance this track. Let's give it a go. That's not in the original track, the background vocals going on.
Erämaan viimeinen.
I'm so very surprised. I really didn't think I would like the lyrics added to it. I was trying to be polite about it, but I did not expect that. I loved them, man. Finish it was a wonderful addition, and the lyrics were interesting too. And so I'm wondering now, did Tomas write lyrics and they didn't sing those? Did whoever's singing here, Jonsu, I'm assuming that's the singer or that's the band. I don't know, but did they write the lyrics as well? And also, it sounded like it wasn't Nightwish performing. I'm not certain. I'm wondering if other musicians also just did the track from scratch, which I feel like they did. And if so, that's a pretty big feat. Very strong playing abilities. Again, those drums sounded really, really great. And I think the play in his style is tough. So they might have just taken some segments of the song and then filled it in. I'm intrigued to see what they actually did. But as far as the lyrics go, very gifted singer. I liked very, very much. And I thought it was a great addition to the track. Like really, really good. One of the things I did like too, didn't sound like Floor or anybody other singers, Annette or any of them. She sounded like her, and I thought that was cool. As soon as her voice popped in, I was like, oh, neat, you know. So very cool. Absolutely worth listening to. Really, really great track. And I'm glad that I got to listen to that. That was a good one. So let's see what else we find. I did find an acoustic version. We'll jump into that one together and see what that sounds like. Could be fun, right? So let's do that. So this should be interesting. It's an acoustic version of the track Last of the Wilds by Nightwish. What I'm intrigued by it is the running time's half the time. I do like the strings in it. I like the violins in the beginning, and without the flute, I'm wondering too, you know, how are we going to pull this off to, not that you can't do it, but to make it sound as cool as the original with just one instrument. So let's see if there's a backing track or anything, but let's jump in. Let's see what this guy did. Neat. So I don't know who these guys are other than that they're French, because all of the wordage was in French on the site. So if you guys are intrigued about learning more about this channel, here's a link to it, and you guys can check it out yourself. And I urge you to do so. I liked it. I thought they were really great musicians. It was interesting to see the xylophone. I think it's a xylophone, the little xylophone thing. And I was thinking in my head, oh God, is that what it's been the whole time? And I'm here thinking it's bells. And I think so. So that was kind of neat. That was a little bit more for the track for me personally. I missed the flute. I think I did like all this. It was really neat. It was a nice arrangement and all that. But I missed the flute. I like the flute in the track. And then, you know, there's that bang as you come back in with that electric guitar that we're missing because it's an acoustic performance. And I love that bang. I like switching things up aggressively, which I think Nightwish is so very good at. So compliments to these guys for certain, but if I was to keep listening on repeat, it would be Nightwish. I don't know if it would be the acoustic, which says a lot because I do like acoustic performances. I find them relaxing, and I like the straightforwardness of it. You know, no glitz or glamour, just true musicianship. So talented. I liked it. Let's jump into the next one. It's going to be a change. It's actually speeding the track up and increasing the pitch. So we'll switch things up for ourselves. Let's jump into that one. Thank you, guys. I look forward to seeing you on it. Okay, so this is Nightcore of Last of the Wilds. I thought Nightcore might be a cover band, but no, Nightcore means something. They raise the pitch in the track and the speed of the track. So I thought this could be interesting to see what it sounds like. It's not, well, it is quicker. It's 4 minutes and 17 seconds, where our longest running time was a little over 6 minutes. And the acoustic version we just listened to was a little over 3 minutes. So this is in the middle. Anyway, whatever. I don't know if that matters. Let's see how this compares to a Nightwish performance. Let's give it a go. Nope, didn't like it at all. Very lackluster. It just took away any finesse and just sped it up. It was like Alvin and the Chipmunks or something. It remind me of they do those. I'll watch little blocks sometimes of television shows I grew up on. They take little segments of like, Chips. I don't know if you guys had Chips in Finland, but Chips was this cop TV show, right? And so what will happen in these clips I'm watching, and I'm assuming it's to avoid copyright stuff, is they all sound like very high pitched and they go very, very quick. The voices so that they avoid all the blocks, and that's what this sounded like. It just took out any ability. I don't know. I did not like it. I am not a Nightcore fan, evidently. But let me know, did any of you guys like that at all? I was just listening to it faster without any of the niceties that the track has. It just sucked the life out of it. I thought it was horrible. I really didn't like that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. It might be the last one here of our session as well. So I didn't find the violin one. Maybe you guys can push me in that direction. I'll find it later. Where there was a guy on the stage. He came out on the middle of the stage and played the violin. And the very first track I did is what I'm getting at. So not to leave all of this Last of the Wilds on a bad note, but that one sucked. Anyhow, I hope you guys liked it more than me. But the song's good. The band's good. Nightcore, not so good. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. So I couldn't finish my run of this really great track. On a negative note, I very much disliked that sped up version that I had just reacted to. You guys can check it out here if you want to. I say skip it. But in any event, I wanted to end because I like to put these together, so I wanted to put it together with a cool end note. So I'm doing a live performance here from 2015 in Moscow. I skip a lot of this usually because they're just not really well shot. The sound quality isn't that good. And I try to stick with the official stuff because it's just presented better. But, let's see what we got. Let's give this a go and end everything on a more positive note than speeding things up for no reason. See, there we go again. I can't get off it. I hated that track. Let's do this, though. Other versions, you don't get the clapping. You totally miss out on this guy whistling. I mean, this is great stuff. Okay, so let's start from a production level. Huge stage that they didn't seem to be using. Did you see the back truss wasn't raised, so there was no backdrop or anything, no video wall. So it's surprising when you have a stage that big and they're not using it. Also, the LD, the lighting designer, didn't seem to be doing a lot throughout the track. The clapping from the audience people who were shooting this, it was funny in that they seemed to be a little bit off time, but also like they just kind of started clapping and then they'd stop. And then they'd come back in again. So I found that kind of funny. I'm thinking of the poor drummer who's like banging away, like, would you quit the clapping, dude? I'm like doing a good job here. I don't need to hear your clapping. So there you go. I love the flute in this performance. That's what was the highlight for me when he comes in with it. What is it, halfway through the song or whatever? When Troy does it, I'm like, oh yeah, so very good. Who's the flautist, right? James Galloway, I think the guy's name is out of, I think, Ireland. So awesome. So it'd be cool to see those two guys together. That would be really, really neat. If that guy's still alive, I don't know. I'll look it up here. I'll put his name. I think I'm right, though. Or I don't know if I am. Anyway, whatever. Guys, this was a much better way to finish off my little series. This was a cool performance. I hope you guys liked it. And we'll jump into the next one together. Thank you. I'll see you on that one. Hey, the podcast is over. What are you still doing here? Well, while you're here, like and subscribe. Thanks.